Morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome with me and Monkey to the Homeless Surfer channel. This is Destry Wade and Monkey the man. He's my buddy. I know. It's kind of geeky, huh? But I don't care. I love Monkey. The monkey keeps me sane, huh? He's a little camera shy though. I don't think he's digging the camera so much. He was kind of taking a nap when I woke him up. He's like, "What the hell, man? Why are you waking me up, dude?" Huh? Oh, he's a good boy though. I know. Man and his dog. A boy and his dog. I've always had dogs. Let me let him go. Come on, buddy. There you go. I've always had dogs. I love dogs. Dogs never lie to you. They never yell at you. Well, sometimes they can yell at you, but they never lie to you. They never bitch when you come in at night. Yeah, they're great. Love my dog. So anyway, welcome back to the channel. Sorry for that interlude. Glad to have you guys. Feeling a lot more positive last couple days. Getting things going again, man. Tell you what, when you step off the horse, you wish you're riding. I just, damn, I don't know. It's hard to understand our psychology sometimes, because you got your nature, so you got the way you were born, the shit that you just do that you don't even know why, you just do it. It's like heredity or something. And then you got the input from all around your life, everybody telling you what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be. What you got to have this to make you happy. And that's the thing that we've been talking about is the shit. I watch a lot of TV, and man, and I've been in the business a long time. The greatest thing I ever learned in my life was how to get people to buy what I sell. And I was used to be really good at it, closing at like 80, 90% level all the time, no matter what I sold. I could sell crap ass fire alarms, books, whatever it may be. I was able to sell them. Um, but I understand the psychology of that and how you create an emotional response, you create a need, all these things that we're supposed to do. Keep in mind, I'm old and I forgot a lot of what I used to know. Um, but bottom line is, they freaking they brainwashed us all these years since the time we were little kids. See, we're the first generation that actually grew up on television. My parents, they didn't have television. My mom read. She was an avid reader because that's what she did to pass her time. She didn't sit and watch TV shows. Not that there was a lot available back then when you had three channels, and pretty much that was it. You know, you could talk to Donahue at 3 o'clock. I remember that one because I come home from school, and that's the one my mom did watch. But yeah, reading was far more regular, far more normal of a way to pass time. Eric, my road dog, who you've met, he loves to read. And Kai, who else is homeless, he loves to read because we don't have TV out there. You don't have to worry about electricity. You just sit and read a book, and it's awesome. And that's what we should be doing more of. Reading, and get the computer out of your hands. It's time to do that. Let's get the computers out of our hands. The kids should have, like when I was younger, TV. No, TV did not come on until 8 o'clock, and it was only on for 1, maybe 2 hours. If something at 9 o'clock came on, my parents felt like watching, like the Happy Days night that had Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy, and Taxi. Love those shows. So we got to stay up for an extra hour on those nights. So that was cool. Um, the other one, yeah, no, Little House was always over by 9. Waltons were over by 9. See, that's the kind of shit you sit and watch. You sit there together and watch something cool. So not, and maybe necessarily we didn't think it was cool back then. It wasn't cool, but I look back now and say, yeah, it brought the family together. It made you feel it. It made you cry and laugh and wish and hope for them. You know what I mean? You got to watch these other families who weren't that far off from yours. They had their small problems, they had their bigger problems, they had younger and older brothers and sisters growing up, and yeah, it was good. It was a good thing. Now we spend 24 hours a day watching nonstop input, nonstop. Keep feeding my fucking brain, man. I think that's why I broke my brain is because there's so much shit in there. I mean, don't you ever trip out? I mean, if you're like my age or even 40, whatever, it's amazing how at 60 years old, I remember songs from the 72, 69, word for word. Never, what could I have done with my brain power better? I don't know, nothing, because I was programmed, had nonstop. We had to have nonstop stimulation. You know, if you work somewhere, you had your radio going, even if you couldn't have your TV. Great thing if you had a job where you can actually sit and watch TV, because you would. You ever been into a small hotel and the owners are sitting there watching TV and you're basically annoying them by asking them for service? Yeah, that's that's the way we are now. We need to get out of these artificial stimulances because they've created a false world. This isn't our world, man. That watching TV and shit is not our world. I love the fact that we have this because now we can talk to each other. We don't have to listen to the news tell us what the hell is going on. What they need to do is give us the facts, and we'll make our decision on who's right, who's wrong, and who's doing this and who's not doing this. But they got to tell you, oh, I hate Trump, hate Trump. I'm so sick of hearing that shit, dude. That dude's out of office in like 2 years, right? He's going to go retire and play golf for the rest of his freaking life. That's what he's going to do. And he would have already been there if it wasn't for fucking cheating and putting Joe Biden's ass in there. God, let's put a zombie in there and then have somebody run him from behind. That's what they did to us, man. They lied and cheated, and I can't believe that not everybody sees this. Because I'm not political. I don't even fucking vote. I don't care who wins. It don't affect me at all. Hey, if they take my welfare tomorrow, I'll go do something and make money anyway. Trust me. And I don't have the moral boundaries to say, oh, I can't do that. I'll do whatever best for me. Fuck them. So don't get it twisted. I don't care about Donald Trump or any of them motherfuckers. They're all a bunch of lying creep motherfuckers. They're self-interested, self-absorbed, and that's who they are, and they always will be, and they always have been. So why now is it all of a sudden an issue? Why now is it all of a sudden, oh my God, the country's falling? No, it's not. It's the same old shit. Same old shit. Work hard, you get something. Sit around on your ass, you get nothing. Or deal drugs. Then you just sit around your ass and make money until they bust you and take all the money you made and all the shit you got and throw you in prison for a few years, and then you get out and you got a record. Yeah, that'll work out for us. It didn't work out for us. I tried it. That was my first option. Make money? Oh, that's easy. I go to parties all the time. I'm always at the clubs dancing and fucking drinking. And yeah, I'll carry some shit in my pocket and hand it out for cash for these guys. They're going to go get it outside anyway. So I'll just save them a trip. Logic, right? Well, no. It's too easy to get rich, and the government doesn't like it because they can't control it. If they could control drug addiction and drug use, they'd give you the dope. They'd sell it to you for sure. Now, hey, thank God they finally getting their heads out of their ass. So there is things that are mind altering that are not necessarily that are anyway bad for you. Mushrooms are now legal. We're going to be able to use those tools to assist people. We tested this shit, dude. This is a trip. Let me tell you a trippy thing we did. And it's probably fucked up, but what the hell? We're homeless. We're always fucked up. But here's what we did. We had a dude that had a bunch of mushrooms. We also had a dude named General. He's since passed. Has nothing to do with us. Has nothing to do with just age and war-torn man. But he was losing his mind fast. And in a way that was angry and is loud and scares people. And yeah. It wasn't good for him. This had worn on him. Life had worn on him in a bad way. And but one day he liked to drink and he smoked weed and those kind of things. And it didn't really help him. The weed kind of calmed him down, but he still would get emotional. Okay. A friend of ours who sold mushrooms was doing a bunch of research and reading this stuff about the psilocybins and all these things that are in mushrooms that are useful to man's mind. And so he decided to do a test, and he asked General, he said, hey, General, would you be willing to take a mushroom cap once a day? We'll measure it out. It'll be one quarter of 1 gram, and we'll crush it up, put it into a pill. You just take the pill, so you don't have to taste it or none of that shit. And he agreed. And the only reason that this idea came up was one of us was reading, not me. one of them were reading that the government was actually utilizing these drugs or these fungus to assist in PTSD training. And if you don't know nothing else about San Diego, know one thing: this is a military town. Don't fucking come here and pretend you're in the military. Dude, you'll get yourself hurt. Seriously. I've seen it happen. Stolen valor is no joke if you're one of the people that have the true valor. Because you watch men die. You've suffered in that trench. You deserve to claim that. If you haven't, don't even open your fucking mouth. I saw one guy, oh my God, they basically almost just killed that kid because he decided to act like a Marine around a bunch of Marines that are now homeless junkies, because of what they had to deal with. Can you imagine we're friends, we hang out, we go to the bar a couple Fridays, like 10, 12 weeks in a row. And then we get sent over across seas and fight a war. And as we're walking up, all of a sudden a bomb goes off, and the dude that you just had a beer with last night is now in 37 pieces next to you. You think that'd fuck you up? Yeah, it does. And I don't have that kind of experience. I got the experience of hanging out in the street with a good dude, having a beer with him, and he ODs or he gets stabbed and dies. Not in front of me, though. See, it's something you hear about. I couldn't imagine having to watch that. And the people that I have seen die at my feet, I didn't know them that well. And it still fucked me up because it's not natural. It's so unnatural. And that's the point of it. It's not natural. So don't be stealing valor in San Diego. It's really bad. It'll get you in a lot of trouble. But anyway, back to the PTSD thing. So what we decided to do, and we did, we started giving twice a day, morning and night. We get a quarter caplet. And I'm always the business guy. I'm sitting here figuring out the business of this thing. Can we actually make money at this? But we were looking at the science of it because it was interesting to us. Because like I said, we're around a lot of dudes with PTSD. So it kind of became a beach thing for a minute there where we started more dudes. Well, okay, step back. General, I mean, this is the kind of guy you'd be walking down the boardwalk of the beach and you'd hear this just screaming, it'd drive you nuts. I'm gonna kill you, fuck you, I hate you, you fucking just God knows what he's saying. We call them mumble fucks when they start getting to that insanity level where the words aren't even making sense, even though I'd like to understand what he's saying or trying to say. So within about a week, that stopped completely. He wasn't yelling. You could walk by that man after about a week and a half or two. I don't know. Time's a warp out there, but it was more than a couple of weeks at the most of just doing it every day, twice a day, on reg. And all of a sudden, he went from that screaming banshee dude to a normal guy that I could walk him. Hey, how are you, General? Oh, I'm doing great, man. How are you doing today? He went total conversational on me. It threw me off. I didn't even know how to handle him conversating with me. I'm used to him screaming, yelling, going, "Hey, General, we'll see you later, bud." That's what we're used to. No more. It changed him in 2 weeks. And this wasn't like chemical shit from pharmacies that could take these fungi and shit and do things different with them to make them better and more safe for us. This was just straight mushroom caps being cut up into quarter grams and then feeding him one twice a day. 2 weeks. The man was a completely different human being. His mind was able to go back to being human again. So I'm so glad to see that this finally got legitimized by science, who obviously they've been looking at it for years and years because we wouldn't have caught on to it. We take mushrooms to get to trip, man, to watch the palm trees breathe and see the lights and shit. That's what I like them for. But these guys are getting well on them. So God bless them, man. I'm so glad to see a little bit of smartness come into our world. Let's quit moralizing everything. It doesn't have a moral thing. Oh, and then just so I can go off as a local beach dude, let me tell you what pisses me off. There's beach volleyball down on the beach in Mission Beach, far end, almost to Ocean Beach. You swim across the entry there to the harbor, to Mission Harbor or Mission Bay. You're in Ocean Beach. But anyway, so down there in PB, Mission Beach, they've got volleyball courts. That, by the way, were set up and paid for by the people because the city couldn't afford. They were going to tear them down, the old ones, because they were beat up and bad, and they didn't want to maintain them. It's always, we don't want to maintain. How do you maintain a fucking? It's like the fire pits. How do they maintain the fire pits? They had to rip out because there's a maintenance cost, dude. It's a freaking piece of concrete around, and you stick wood in it, and it burns, and it just goes down. What, they have to come and sweep that out once a day or so? That's maintenance issues. Well, they tore them out across the whole beach. You know, the beach I grew up on is nothing like this beach. This is like Gestapo Beach. Seriously, everything's illegal. We used to be able to, my dad is, my family's friends and shit. My parents didn't drink, they were Mormon, but everyone else in the neighborhood did. It was totally acceptable and normal. I mean, we don't smoke in our house, and it wouldn't happen now. But back in the 70s, my mom's and dad's friend would come over, and my mom and dad had ashtrays for them. You know what I mean? I smoked, and I hated it because they'd stink up the house. But, but it was okay. People let other people live and quit being so goddamn micro about it. So anyway, we're talking about these freaking volleyball courts. So anyway, a group of people from the college and a couple professionals that just love beach volleyball and love it to use it as their exercise form go out on the beach every day for years, I mean decades, and play beach volleyball. 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then they all go get ready and go to their work or have their coffee at the coffee house or whatever they do. But that's their thing. And volleyball is not a loud sport. But somebody, and this is the crazy shit, this is why gentrification sucks, and fuck you, local. Fuck you if you ain't local. Just quit bitching. Don't come back. I'm not Kathy Hochul. Just fucking go, and I don't need you back. We don't need you back. You ain't spending that much, you know, that we need you as a tourist to come into our town, stay at an Airbnb next to these volleyball courts, and make an official complaint to the fucking newspaper and to the freaking government, who then sends the goddamn little Yogi Bear Rangers down there, who ain't even cops, but they are, and you gotta fuck them. I spit at them. They don't get my respect. They're Yogi Bears dudes. So those park rangers come down and tell these people, if you play here before 8 a.m., which I guess it's posted, but who the fuck cares? It's the beach. It's open 24 hours a day. 8 a.m., we're going to write you a ticket. That fucks their whole life, their whole schedule up. Because one little bitchy fucking tourist comes in and's got something to say. Fuck the tourists. I'm tired of it. I love them and I hate them. I love them as a local from the standpoint they bring revenue to the town, and we live pretty well out there. But I hate them from the standpoint that how dare you come somewhere for a week vacation and think that your will matters, that your opinion, that your concerns we even give a fuck about. The fact that it ended up on the news is what pisses me off. That shouldn't even been on the news. It shouldn't even been. They should have just laughed at him. So hey, go back in 3 days to wherever the fuck you come from, you uptight motherfuckers. You know, we're going to sit on the beach and we're going to drink beer and we're going to smoke cigarettes and we're going to play volleyball and all that's going to go on. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Because, man, and we have to go change the law now to get alcohol back on the beach. But they're trying. They actually are trying because it's stupid. Again, it goes back to the bitchy old neighbor lady when we were little kids. You know, the ones that said, your kids are too loud. And her mom would come and have to yell at us so the neighbor would be happy. And it was all bullshit. Man, get a life. You know, when I live here, okay? When I live here, down there, I live right here in a plaza. There's a barbecue and there's a dog park and there's some planters and some benches to sit around and talk. Well, you know what people do? They stand out there all night playing music, talking loud, having a good time. But that's their prerogative. If I don't like it, get some fucking earplugs. You know what I do? Shut my window, turn on my air conditioning, and turn the TV on low. Then all I hear is the TV and the air. I don't even hear them. That's my solution. Or I could be a dickhead like everybody else and go down and bitch. Oh, you know, these guys are making all this noise. What are you doing? It's all negative energy. You got your little bubble. As long as they're not in my bubble, if they're not sticking the speaker in my window, that's fine. They have every right to sit down there and enjoy their evenings. Especially because I go to bed as an old fucker at 8 p.m. You know, I'm in bed sometimes at 8. And it's a Friday night. And then I wake up at 10 and they're blasting music. And I used to get irritated for a minute. Then I'm like, wait, it's 8 o'clock on a Friday, 10 o'clock on a Friday, man. Yeah, this is what I used to do too. So let's not get mad at them for doing the same thing we did. We weren't wrong. We were having a good time, enjoying our lives. It wasn't until people started getting bitchy and moany about shit that that all ended. Now I can't go enjoy my life because me sitting there having a beer on the beach somehow upsets this old bitch in the background. Don't get it. Don't get it. Should there be like a drink preference list? Like, oh, we don't. What if she doesn't like Coke all of a sudden? Now we're out Coca Cola too. Come on, man. This shit's got to stop. Quit interfering with each other's lives. Quit judging the next guy. We got envy. Envy is all this is. And bitchy. I don't think they envy us. They just bitch about it. Bitch about everything. Oh my God, I can't. It scares me. And that's usually 90% of what it is. They're scared of it. They don't know it, so they're scared of it. Typical same shit. Humans do it to each other all the time. Oh, that person looks different. They're black. They're fucking human, dude. They just have a different color and hair structure than you got, but it doesn't fucking matter. They still cry, bleed, get sick, make love, make babies, die. We're all the same. These primary focuses that are going to happen in your life, we all want them. And we all want peace. I don't think there's one. Even the gangsters don't want to walk out and have shit. They don't take drive-bys any more than the next guy. It's not like that. If people could just learn to live their life, stay in your lane. We've called it that for years, right? Stay in your fucking lane. If you're not meant to be in the fast lane because you're driving a freaking shitty ass car that can't go past 55, stay in your lane. Don't come over in my lane and block my Ferrari from going by at 180. Shit. Yeah, it's unsafe. Well, yeah, if the 55 person gets in front of the Ferrari, yeah, that might be unsafe. Maybe they should think a little bit about that. The world isn't revolving around them. We got speed lanes. This one's for plus 10, plus. That's how they should do it. 55, 75, 95, based on the quality of vision of your car. You don't get a ticket if you're driving a Ferrari to 112 on the freeway because no one should be getting in your way. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, forget where I was going with all this shit anyway. But hey, I just wanted to chat, get out. I feel better today. I really getting back up on the horse. Got thrown off, and I let myself get thrown off. It's so easy to remember that, guys. The most important thing that we don't do is don't destroy your own self with self-doubt, self-pity, no self-respect. Respect and love yourself first. And honestly, I'm going to step back on that. Respect and love your God first, then you'll respect and love yourself because you'll appreciate what your God's given you. In the center. It's in the center. It's in the mind's eye. All this has to center. Then reach up and talk. Talk to the man. And he is a man. I'm sorry. Jesus, I know. It's oh my God. Yes, God is a man. Sorry. That's why he made man first in his image. Strange quote there, huh? But somehow people divide and fight over it. Oh, but you know what I learned? There's like 96 versions of the Bible. Did you know that? I never knew that. I knew the Mormons at one time when I was a kid. They took the King James Bible and like updated it or whatever they what do they call that? Retranslate it into the more accurate translations. I doubt it because the funny thing is, when I was a kid, they were always like, "Oh, these languages." We never lost any languages, dude. We still have the people from Ethiopia, Mesopotamia, freaking Persia. All those old languages are still around, and the ones that have kind of, it's like cursive or slang. Those things changed. Like we lost cursive now. We don't have that anymore. So someday, 100 years from now, some genius guy from a college is going to have to come out and read the cursive writing on something. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, my kids don't know how to sign their name. They never learn. Their signatures are the last four of their social. That's your new signature. Sounds pretty robotic to me, man. Everything's based on numbers and math, but it is. It's all numbers and math and science anyway. So anyway, we got to keep going on this thing. I'm going to try to stay up. Sorry when I get down, but I got to be real, dude. I don't have the let me put on this smiley. I'm not Gavin Newsom. Let me put on that smiley face no matter how I feel. Or the dude in New York, that dude's Monzani or whatever. What a dick. And how come we have communists in this country? God, when I was a kid, I'd get your ass thrown out quicker than anything. Now what? It's okay to be a communist? No, it's not. If you want to be a communist, you can go to North Korea, you can go to China, you can go on over to Russia. There's a few other communist countries roaming around the world, I'm sure. Go to them. Help make them better. You love what they have. You love what they're offering. Then go. Go enjoy it. Don't piss away your life in hatred. Hey, if I hate this place, I'll get the fuck out of this place. I'm not going to stay here and be miserable. Why do you do that? Why would people do that to themselves? I hate this place. I hate fucking America. Fucking ass. Well, then why don't you go somewhere else? The world's wide open. You know, the funny thing is, most of those countries, because you're such an asshole, won't let you in. We're the only one that allow the assholes in. You know, that's our problem in our country. We let the assholes come too. And if they get into groove, man, with the people and what's going on here, not what's going on. I don't give a fuck about what happens in your country where you come from. I don't live in your country. I live in my country. And I like it the way it is. I don't need to change it. You know, there's no racism here anymore. Are you fucking kidding me? The only racism is the people that want to promote racism so that they can use it to get your vote. Oh, they're racist. No, there's not. I grew up with bullshit. Because if you're my age, you know this is true. I grew up with every type of human being, every type of religion. Never once did any of us get put down or a bad grade or couldn't join the football team or couldn't be in the debate team or couldn't run for student office or couldn't go on to college or couldn't go to law school or medical school. Bullshit. We all had the same fucking opportunity. You either grabbed it or you didn't. You know, that's your bad. And the sooner in life you can learn to go, my bad, I did fuck that one up. Especially at 60, dude. I can't look back and start blaming everybody. Nobody. Yeah, there's people that didn't help along the way that maybe caused me issues, but it ain't their fault. It's my fault that I got put in that position. I put myself in a position to be manipulated. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, fuck them for manipulating me. That was fucked their bad, but they're going to have to deal on that side with their karma. And I love karma. Truth is awesome. You know why? It never dies. It just keeps floating along until someone finds it. You know, and the good thing about our world is hopefully with this going on, our London Underground thing that I call here, I hope we get them. Oh, I forgot all the business shit I was going to do too. So we got subscribe. Please subscribe. You know, you guys, none of you subscribe. Do I suck that bad? Can you just give me a subscription, man? Give me a subscription and I got 13 subscribers. Come on, help me out. Tell a friend. They don't even have to watch me. Just flip it on, subscribe, so I can go live and do some other shit that I want to do on this thing. But it's in your hands, man. And I guess I suck because nobody's fucking doing it. You know, please help me out. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. I watch these things all day and I still can't remember to do this shit properly. You go like, subscribe, and comment. We really love to hear what you have to say. See, I don't like that shit. Because that's just so many people begging for your attention. Hey, like, subscribe, man. You got to. It helps the channel. Hey, if you want to watch, you're going to watch. If you don't, you're not going to. No matter how much I sit here and beg you to help, you know, hey, let me do something great and then I'll figure it out. But anyway, I've had enough to say today. Kind of went off on a little rambling tangent, but I'm becoming more aware of what's going on around me here. And getting more and more to a point where it's like, God, I can't handle this anymore. This is stupid. At least before I die, I can remind people what we used to have. You know, you get up in the morning. We all want this. Get up in the morning with no bullshit. You have a nice home that we sleep in, that we can make our breakfast in. You know, keep it simple. Enjoy the simple shit. Then when you get the other shit, hey, cool. It's great. And you might even want it by then because it just interrupts your simple life. You know, me putting a stress on myself because I've got to throw this birthday party and God damn it, it's got to be the best birthday party ever. You ain't even got enough money to pay for groceries, but now you're worrying about a birthday party. Don't you think you're complicating your own life doing that? I do. We all are. We do it. You know, geez, arbitrary needs. I smoke cigarettes. You know how fucked up my day gets just because I don't have a cigarette? Well, I shouldn't even have cigarettes. I got COPD. I can't breathe. I can barely talk, but I still want cigarettes. So I'll let it ruin my day. I'll let my attitude go to shit over me not getting what I want, not what I need, because I got food in the cupboard. I got my bitchin' little dog. I got a roof over my head. I got clothes on my back that are clean that I can hang up in the closet and keep nice. What else, man? What else? Hey, if someone throws a car my way, bitch it. But you know what? That'll just complicate things because now I got to figure out parking and I get angry when I drive, not like road rage angry, just fucking annoyed by everything. So I don't need a car. But anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for letting me ramble. Let's ramble together some more tomorrow. Peace. That's Hang Loose. Peace. Fuck you.